The Fisherman and the Golden Fish. In a small coastal village, there lived a humble fisherman named Ode. Every day, Ode would wake up before dawn, preparing his simple boat for a day at sea. Despite his hard work, Ode often returned home with just enough fish to feed his family. One day, after hours of casting his nets, Ode found himself with nothing to show for his efforts. The sun was setting, and the sky was painted with shades of orange and pink. Determined not to go home empty-handed, Ode decided to try one last time. As Ode pulled up his net, he felt something heavy. To his surprise, inside the net was a single fish, but not just any fish. This fish was golden, shimmering in the last light of the day. Ode had never seen anything like it before. Suddenly, the golden fish spoke, pleading with Ode to release it. The fish promised to grant Ode any wish in exchange for its freedom. Shocked but intrigued, Ode listened carefully. Despite the promise of a wish, Ode decided to release the fish out of kindness. He believed that something so extraordinary should not be harmed. As he let the fish go, he told it he needed nothing in return, asking only that the fish live freely. The golden fish, touched by its selflessness, insisted on granting him a wish. After some thought, Ode humbly wished for enough fish to feed his family every day. The fish agreed and disappeared into the deep waters. The next day, Ode set out to sea again. This time, when he cast his nets, they were immediately filled with fish. More fish than he had ever caught in a single day. Overwhelmed with joy, Ode returned home, his boat overflowing. With his newfound abundance, Ode was able to repair his home, buy clothes for his family, and even help his neighbors. His success brought him respect and admiration from the entire village. At first, its wife was thrilled with their improved life. But as time went on, she became greedy. She demanded that Ode return to the sea and ask the golden fish for a bigger house, more servants, and even more wealth. Ode, though reluctant, did as his wife asked. He went back to the sea, called for the golden fish, and repeated his wife's demands. The fish, disappointed but willing, granted the wishes. When Ode returned home, he found that their modest home had been transformed into a grand mansion. They now had servants, fine clothes, and every luxury they could imagine. But his wife was not satisfied. As time passed, its wife grew even more demanding. She wanted to be a queen, ruling over the land with power and riches. Ode, weary of her greed, returned to the sea once more. The golden fish appeared again, this time with a stern warning. He told Ode that his wife's endless greed would lead to misfortune. But feeling pressured, Ode repeated his wife's wish to become a queen. Ade's wife was crowned queen, ruling over a vast kingdom. However, she became tyrannical, demanding more from her subjects and growing more distant from Ode. Even as a queen, Ade's wife was not satisfied. She demanded that Ode go back to the sea and ask the fish to make her the ruler of the entire world, with the golden fish as her servant. Ode, filled with dread, returned to the sea. The golden fish appeared, its glow dimmed by anger. It refused the demand, warning that if his wife did not learn contentment, they would lose everything. The next morning, Ode and his wife awoke to find themselves back in their old, run-down home. The wealth, the mansion, the servants, everything was gone. The wife, now humbled, was devastated. Realizing the error of her ways, Ade's wife begged for his forgiveness. She understood now that her greed had cost them everything, and they reconciled, vowing to live simply and happily. Ode returned to fishing, catching just enough to live modestly. The village, seeing his contentment, respected him even more. Ode and his wife lived in peace, grateful for what they had. The story ends with a glimpse of the golden fish swimming freely in the ocean. The narrator reflects on the moral of the tale: true happiness comes from contentment, not from endless desires.